On September 11th, 2001, I was a 16-year-old. I just had my birthday. I was just starting school. I was in my 10th grade year of high school. And I walked into my second period class that morning and saw that the TV was on. And there were a couple other students in the classroom. The teacher was in the back of the room sitting at his desk. And it was very quiet. And I looked at what was on the screen and I sat down. A lot of Americans, and I'm sure people all over the world, remember exactly where they were when they heard what had happened. I saw the second tower get hit. I saw the aftermath of the Pentagon getting hit as soon as they could cut away to it. And even my underdeveloped 16-year-old mind understood that the world was never going to be the same again after this. I remember being at lunch, and I think the entire school got an early dismissal. And so even though horrible things were happening, everyone was in a pretty good mood at lunch, and I was sitting with a bunch of my friends and they were laughing and joking, just having a normal day, and I was miserable. And my girlfriend was like, "Why are you being like this?" And I was like, "Thousands of people just died. Do you realize what this means?" 10 years has passed and a lot has changed, but mostly it's just stayed the same. In 1941, America was attacked by Japan, Pearl Harbor, and a year later Congress passed a bill to cover the health expenses of all of the people, all of the shipyard workers who were hurt because of the attack. Not dead, but people who were injured or developed sicknesses because of the damage, because of the smoke inhalation, because of all of the madness. 10 years after September 11th, 2001, the first responders to the event who are dying and in ICU get no coverage. There are a lot of fake 9/11 charities out there. You have to be careful. But the one I'm going to link to in the info is called the Feel Good Foundation, and they're one of the largest and obviously most legitimate charities involved. Looking through their website, I can't even find a way to actually donate to them. It seems more like they're about raising awareness of the catastrophic health risks posed to all the people involved with the cleanup. And there should be some legislation paying for these people, paying for their ill, paying for their sick. I believe this country should have universal health care. I think it's one of the biggest failings of America as a first world country. But since we don't, can we at least cover the hundreds and thousands of people who helped us clean up the dead on September 11th? Jon Stewart has long been an advocate for this kind of charity, this kind of bill. He doesn't understand why he makes the money he makes for doing what he does when those people who were so brave that they would run in there first thing can't even pay their medication bills. I'd urge you to take today to be thankful for what you have. Look around you, see what's in your life, see what's worth being thankful for. And remember that nothing in this universe is certain except that one thing. When the attacks happened, The Daily Show went off the air for almost 2 weeks. When they returned on September 20th, Jon delivered a 9-minute monologue that, just thinking about it, makes me want to cry. I can't include any clips in the video because of the Viacom YouTube thing, but the link is in the info to this monologue and the full episode, and I would really encourage you to check it out. I've only been in New York a handful of times, maybe 10 or 12 times, and the time before last, the last time I was there with my dad, we went to see a taping of The Daily Show and we didn't get in. They overbooked the shows and we were just a few too many over the limit. And we were walking through the city on the way back to the train, and most of the people in our group were pretty disappointed and upset. And I was disappointed we didn't get to see the show, but as we were walking through the city, I turned to my dad and said, "Anytime I get to spend in New York, I'm happy. It's a beautiful city."